Amid the frozen landscapes of Siberia and the impassable terrain of the Arctic, there are colossal machines that seem to defy every law of physics. Trucks so massive, so beyond standard proportions, it's hard to believe they were ever built, let alone deployed in actual military operations. How did the Russian military manage to create vehicles weighing dozens of tons that move as if they were light? And why were these mechanical giants designed in the first place? Today, you're going on a journey through some of the largest military creations ever developed in Russia. Machines built to operate in places where no other vehicle can survive. From pure steel to raw power, get ready to witness engineering at its most extreme. Stick around, because the last one on this list is a true engineering monstrosity in the best possible way. Kraz 255. During the most tense decades of the Cold War, one of the Soviet Army's biggest concerns was how to maintain mobility in hostile terrain, especially in areas where roads simply didn't exist. That's when one of the toughest machines ever built was born. A truck with the strength of a tank and the endurance of a tractor, made to keep going no matter what. It was powered by a 14.9-liter V8 diesel engine, delivering 240 horsepower and enormous torque, ideal for towing howitzers, mobile bridges, and heavy military trailers over long distances without performance loss. With 8 cylinders and direct injection, it could operate consistently, even in extreme cold. The 5-speed manual transmission was reinforced to handle heavy loads on rough ground. It featured permanent 6x6 all-wheel drive and heavy-duty leaf spring suspension, giving it unmatched durability over uneven surfaces. Its oversized tires could be manually deflated for added traction in mud, sand, or compacted snow. Its look was striking. Tall, wide, and with a protruding front end designed to overcome obstacles, it looked like a cross between a military tractor and an armored hauler. The deep growl of its engine could be heard from a distance, signaling that something serious was approaching. It was deployed widely across the Soviet Union, from the Arctic to dense Ukrainian forests. It transported troops, light tanks, and military engineering gear. It often carried components for pontoon bridges and power generators. Beyond its logistics role, some units were adapted into mobile radar platforms and communication centers in remote zones. The structure could easily handle these modifications without losing balance or stability. Decades later, many units still run in rural Russia and Ukraine, especially in forestry and off-road transport. One restored unit was even turned into a military-style food truck for a historical reenactment event, and ended up drawing more attention than the actual tanks on display. MAZ 537. Designed in the late 1950s and put into production by 1959, this vehicle had a very clear mission: to haul the heaviest and most strategic equipment in the Soviet arsenal. It wasn't just for logistics, it literally carried the weight of the Soviet nuclear deterrent on its wheels. Its massive 38.8-liter V12 diesel engine produced 525 horsepower. With 12 cylinders and incredible torque, it could haul airplanes, missile platforms, and tanks weighing over 50 tons like they were nothing. The 4-speed automatic transmission was specifically built for long, high-load missions and delivered smooth performance under extreme conditions. The full-time 8x8 all-wheel drive system and independent suspension on all axles allowed it to traverse mud, snow, sand, and cratered terrain without losing balance. It worked like a military tractor with high performance and adaptability. At over 9 meters long and weighing more than 21 tons, it had an intimidating presence. The advanced cab, tall tires, and steady engine roar made it stand out even in already chaotic environments like airfields or forward bases. Its main role was to transport mobile ballistic missile systems like the R-14 and R-17, as well as main battle tanks such as the T-72. It was also used to tow damaged aircraft and to carry heavy construction components in large-scale engineering missions. It wasn't just powerful, it was reliable. That made it popular among Soviet allies, who adopted it for use in their own armed forces. Some units are still in operation today in civilian sectors like mining and heavy construction. After the Chernobyl disaster, modified versions of the MAZ-537 were used to transport shielding components, radioactive waste containers, and mobile containment systems. It was considered so rugged that it often outperformed vehicles built specifically for nuclear disaster work. ZIL E-67. Not all Soviet machines were built for direct combat. Some were designed to conquer the harshest terrains imaginable, focusing on exploration and logistics in regions considered inaccessible for any wheeled vehicle. This engineering legend was fitted with two 7-liter V8 gasoline engines, delivering a combined 360 horsepower. Together, the twin 8-cylinder engines provided synchronized traction and above-average power. It had a manual transmission with several torque-optimized gear ratios for low-speed performance. With 6x6 drive and elevated suspension, it could cross more than 1.5 meters of snow. Its nearly 6-foot-tall tires and buoyant frame allowed it to partially float in swamps and frozen ground. It looked like something straight out of a secret lab, with rounded lines and a centered cab. At about 7 meters long and 3 meters high, it had a commanding presence. Small windows and a white paint job added to its futuristic look. It was designed for use in Siberia and Arctic regions, transporting equipment for building bases, communication towers, and scientific missions. One little-known fact: it was once considered for a Soviet lunar exploration project, but was ultimately deemed too complex for mass production. KZ-KT-7428. In the 1990s, the Russian military needed a new generation of heavy transporters to replace aging Soviet-era platforms. The answer came in the form of a massive truck designed to carry rocket launchers, tanks, and large-scale tactical systems with maximum power and unmatched stability. Its V12 diesel engine displaced 46.2 liters and delivered 650 horsepower. With 12 cylinders, it had the torque to pull more than 70 tons with ease, even on inclines or uneven surfaces. The 8-speed automatic transmission included hydraulic support for smooth handling under extreme loads. The 8x8 drivetrain was paired with an independent coil spring suspension system and stabilizer bars, designed to keep the vehicle steady, even during sharp shifts in terrain. On top of that, the tires are linked to a central pressure control system managed from inside the cab. Visually, it was impossible to ignore. Over 11 meters long, with a high cab and wide frame, it resembled a road-going locomotive. Its deep metallic engine sound echoed across open terrain, creating an atmosphere of mechanical dominance and military precision. It was often used to transport heavy rocket systems like the BM-30 Smerch, and also served in moving tanks or construction materials between remote installations. It was crucial for military engineers building bridges or temporary runways under pressure. The cab held up to 4 crew members and came equipped with navigation systems and communication gear. Light armor offered some protection against shrapnel and small arms fire, making it viable for deployment in low-intensity conflict zones. Few people know that some units were exported to countries like Syria, Iran, and Algeria, where they were modified to handle desert heat and sand-heavy environments. Many are still running today, thanks to their extreme durability and low mechanical failure rates. MAZ-7310. In the 1970s, the demand for mobile missile launching platforms increased dramatically. The solution came in the form of a machine that was larger, more durable, and capable of carrying heavier payloads, even in the harshest environments. Its propulsion system featured a 38.8-liter V12 diesel engine, producing 525 horsepower and enough force to haul up to 65 tons without losing performance. With 12 cylinders delivering constant torque, it was perfect for uneven terrain. A 4-speed automatic transmission ensured smooth power distribution across the axles. It had 8x8 all-wheel drive and a robust suspension made of leaf springs and hydraulic shock absorbers. Each wheel could be individually adjusted for tire pressure, providing extra control in swampy, sandy, or frozen ground. Its sheer size was impressive, about 13 meters long and 3.3 meters tall. The extended chassis and reinforced cabin could fit 4 crew members and housed systems for internal climate control, communications, and navigation. The deep, continuous engine noise and heavy, deliberate movement made it feel like a rolling wall of steel. It was often used as a base for mobile Scud-B missile launchers and adapted for transporting light tanks, radar units, and mobile command centers. Its versatility made it one of the most frequently deployed vehicles in long-range strategic missions. Some are still in use today in remote Russian regions, especially in Siberia, where they provide logistical support to advanced military outposts. 9K714, Soviet Oka. Amid rising Cold War tensions in the 1980s, the Soviet Union launched a highly strategic project to develop a mobile missile system capable of launching rapidly with precision, carrying either conventional or nuclear warheads. The platform chosen to carry it had to be more than durable. It had to be hard to detect and quick to reposition. The vehicle carrying the Oka missile was built on a reinforced chassis and powered by a V12 diesel engine, producing 650 horsepower, paired with an automatic transmission. With 12 cylinders and a compact frame, it delivered high torque and acceleration even when hauling a 7-meter missile. It used a full-time 6x6 all-wheel drive system and independent suspension across all axles, allowing it to move through forests, over trenches, and across unstable terrain while maintaining missile launch readiness. For such a lethal payload, the handling was surprisingly agile. The vehicle had a low, squared-off design with camouflage paint and a low-profile cab, ideal for concealment and quick-strike operations. It was smaller than most strategic launchers, making it easier to hide and harder to detect by surveillance aircraft or satellites. The Oka missile itself had a range of up to 400 kilometers, making it capable of hitting high-value targets in neighboring countries within minutes. The real advantage was mobility. It could fire and relocate almost immediately, dodging counterattacks or detection. It was considered one of the most serious mobile tactical threats in Europe during the final years of the Cold War, until it was retired under arms reduction agreements between the United States and the Soviet Union. What few know is that even after its official deactivation, several units continued to operate in secret military tests until the late 1990s. They served as the basis for new mobile launch systems under development. While some examples are preserved in military museums today, most were dismantled to prevent unauthorized reuse. KAMAZ 7550. The modern Russian military doctrine required a new kind of platform, one that offered onboard electronics, greater cargo capacity, and modular flexibility for various strategic uses. The result was a massive, technologically advanced machine capable of replacing older MAZ models. It used a state-of-the-art V12 diesel engine, delivering 1,500 horsepower through 12 highly efficient cylinders. The automatic 8-speed transmission included an intelligent electronic management system that optimized torque and reduced fuel consumption on long-distance missions under full load. Its 16x16 drivetrain meant all 16 wheels were powered, and it featured a hydropneumatic suspension system with electronic control. Even on uneven terrain, the system maintained stability through automatic leveling adjustments across the entire launch platform. Over 20 meters long and nearly 4 meters tall, this machine was a rolling missile base. The modular design allowed for interchangeable components such as strategic missile launchers, additional armor, or surveillance equipment. The cab was reinforced and fitted with climate control, light armor, and automated navigation systems. It is used to transport and deploy the RS-24 Yars, one of Russia's most advanced intercontinental missiles. Despite its size, it moves quietly, and its onboard GPS and sensor systems allow precise positioning for launch operations. The project is still evolving and is expected to become a standard component of Russia's strategic operations, gradually replacing older generation military transporters. Vityaz DT-30PM. Some environments are so hostile that no wheeled vehicle can cross them. To overcome that challenge, an articulated tracked vehicle was created, functioning as a militarized super tractor capable of navigating the Arctic with ease. Its power came from a V12 diesel engine producing 710 horsepower, distributed between 2 articulated modules. The front handled the cab and propulsion, while the rear carried loads of up to 30 tons. The automatic transmission included multiple gear ranges to adapt traction across varying terrain. Instead of wheels, the vehicle ran on continuous tracks that provided traction on snow, ice, mud, and soft sand. Its suspension was reinforced with torsion bars and hydraulic elements to maintain grip, even on extremely uneven terrain. Visually, it was striking. The cab looked futuristic, with small windows and a reinforced body. The entire vehicle measured about 16 meters in length, with a flexible structure between the two modules, giving it the appearance of an articulated train. Its white or camel coloring helped it blend into Arctic environments. It was used by Russian military forces for Arctic Circle missions, transporting weapons, electronics, and supplies to remote research stations. It was also deployed to install communication towers in nearly inaccessible regions. What makes it truly unique is its ability to function in temperatures below -50 degrees Celsius, while remaining stable even over frozen lakes or unstable surfaces. MAZ 7907. Widely considered the pinnacle of Soviet military transport engineering, this machine was conceived in the 1980s to carry large ballistic missiles in a mobile and secure fashion. The project remained classified for years and only gained public attention recently. Its propulsion system was far from conventional. It used a gas turbine producing 1,250 horsepower, paired with electric motors mounted on each wheel, a revolutionary concept for the time. In total, it had 24 wheels across 12 axles, each with its own power source. The suspension was fully electronic and active, with automatic load leveling. Weight distribution was managed with millimeter precision to ensure stability, even when moving over 150 tons. The system could adjust height and tilt in real time, something unheard of in the 1980s. At 28 meters long and over 4 meters high, its presence was overwhelming. It looked nothing like a traditional truck. Long, narrow cab, dark paint, and a body that stretched like a land-bound freight train. Unlike most military vehicles, the combination of its turbine and electric motors produced a strange metallic hum. Although it never entered mass production, it was tested at secret military bases and impressed with its performance. It could transport intercontinental nuclear warheads under deep cover, far from the paths of Western satellites. Today, a single prototype remains under watch in a military facility. Many engineers still consider it the most complex and ambitious land-based military vehicle ever built outside of combat. These trucks aren't just vehicles. They're proof of engineering that pushes the boundaries of what's possible. Built to withstand ice, mud, radiation, and even carry nuclear weapons, they show that when it comes to brute force and durability, Russia operates on a different level. These machines are part of history, not just military history, but technological evolution. They've appeared in conflicts, secret missions, nuclear tests, and extreme explorations. They carry more than tons of metal. They carry decades of strategy, innovation, and ambition. Now it's your turn. Which one of these giants would you like to see up close? Which one surprised you the most? And if you had the chance to drive one for a day, which would it be? If you enjoyed this dive into Russia's most extreme military vehicles, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell. That really helps the channel grow. It shows YouTube that this content matters, and it brings it to more people just like you. Stay tuned, new videos drop every week, exploring the most incredible, powerful, extreme machines ever built. See you in the next one.